Today we're with Gendo Taiko as we rehearse for Saturday's show at Sales Hall. Just tell us a little bit about how you first got involved with Taiko at Brown.
Okay, well, it was my sophomore year, and I guess I was still kind of looking for an extracurricular activity to kind of, really be involved in. One of my closest friends, she brought me to a concert just to, check it out, and it was so visceral, and it really blew me away. And then after that, I started going to their open practices, and ever since then, I really loved it, but I've never had any prior experience or prior knowledge about Taiko. But it was just once I really just was at the concert and heard them, it was something I knew I couldn't give up.
What makes Taiko so unique?
I really like my music, and I'm always searching for new music. And Taiko was just something that I had never ever heard of, and the rhythms and just kind of the musical quality it had is so unique. It's nothing like I ever heard. It's not like any band or any kind of orchestra. It does have that Eastern Japanese flair to it, and a lot of it now Taiko these days in America has kind of become a fusion of Eastern and Western influences, and I really like that a lot. And so that kind of unique blend of rhythms really got me hooked.
Talk a little bit about the history of this group at Brown. Do you know when it was founded or how long it's been here?
Yeah, so the founder was by Reiki Machida. Currently he is actually a professional player in Japan with Ondekoza. He formed this group 2005, 2006 with his friend Josh Goldner. And Reiki had previously had connections. He's had a history of playing Taiko in Japan before he moved to America. And what he did was he got help from a previous, already founded group in Japan, and they were called Genso, and they came over here and helped start, building the group here. And they, in a sense, christened us as Gendo.
So do you have a lot of people who come to your shows?
Yeah, I feel like I think our fan base is growing. I don't think it was necessarily widespread or well known on the group, but who did know about us really liked us, and I think our reputation is growing. I think last year's spring show was definitely an indicator of how much more popular we've gotten on campus.
Do you think you're bringing in new audience members who've never really been exposed to it?
Oh, I definitely think that it's not solely restricted to people who've known Taiko before. Personally, I've never known Taiko,
right.
But it's just once you have people exposed to, that first, instance that they hear it, I think a lot of people really do get drawn in. And even here, I feel like at Brown, there are a lot of people that know, oh yeah, I've heard Taiko, yeah, you guys are really good, do not necessarily know anything more than that, but it's enough, to draw people's attention and really try to get to know us better.
Tell us a little bit about your upcoming show next week.
Okay, so it's our annual Big Spring Show. We haven't been doing it annually for a while. Last year was kind of its big comeback, and we want to make sure that we kind of keep it up again. So this is kind of the second one in a while. And it's going to be from 7 to 9 at Saturday at Sales, 2 hours long, and it's our entire repertoire. So basically everything that we've taught our members, both new and old, we'll be performing everything that we know. So it's going to be a real blast. Yeah, a lot of the songs also, our repertoire has grown a lot since last year because we've had several of our members within our group write actually songs. So last year, JD Andrade and John Wang, both now alumni, wrote 2 fresh pieces last year, and they'll be coming back for their 1-year anniversary. And I myself has written my own song, and it'll be debuting on Brown campus at this show next week.
And most of the music you perform, is it traditional music or is it a lot of original pieces?
So 3 of our three of our songs in our repertoire are original Gendo songs, and we have a total of 7 in our repertoire. So 2 others right now are community-given songs, so they were kind of introduced at a conference, a Taiko conference, and given to public to the community for anyone to use. 2 others are more traditional-based, more that they've grown so popular and common that a lot of Taiko groups kind of use it kind of as like a staple to their repertoire. But it's kind of hard to say what is traditional these days because Taiko isn't actually that old. It actually has its beginnings as we know it today post World War II. So it's not a very ancient art form in the sense that currently it's used as an ensemble performance. And in that sense, you know, it's only 40, 50 years old, you know, as like a performance art. So to say what is traditional, what is not, it's kind of, you know, a fine line. And there are a lot of, it is very encouraged that Taiko groups write their own songs. So a lot of it has very kind of, it's a very fluid history, and kind of the whole question of tradition is a bit, it's not as sure, you know, yeah.
Rehearsal that we're filming, will this be what we'd see at the show?
Yes, yeah. So we usually split practice into 2 groups, upstairs and downstairs. Upstairs you'll get to see our drums, and we'll be rehearsing my song actually called Tetsumai.
And that was a great performance from Gendo Taiko. Make sure to catch them this Saturday at Sales Hall. For 2536, I'm Brian Mastroianni.
It's honestly an art form that requires just your own heart and soul and commitment, and anyone can really pick it up as long as you kind of have that that rhythm and that drive to kind of want to push yourself and to learn more.